I just broke up with my boyfriend. I don't even dare show any emotion sitting in my husband's car. I don't dare cry out loud either. I dared not tell my parents when I dated before. Now I dare not tell my husband I'm seeing someone else. My whole life is just filled with regrets. Though Lee Yunting and I are husband and wife, actually we only go home for dinner together. When it's either of our parents' birthdays. Today is my dad's birthday. When Lee Yunting came to pick me up, I had just broken up with my boyfriend on the phone. But after I saw him, I still pulled myself together immediately. I thought if we acted too distant with each other today, my parents would get worried. So I tried talking to him several times on my own, hoping to ease the tension between us. But Lee Yunting either pretended he didn't hear me, or just gave me perfunctory replies. I lost my patience in the end, and just shut up completely. I was already in a bad mood because my boyfriend called to break up with me before I got in the car. Now with Lee Yunting acting like this, I got even more irritated. I almost burst into tears several times when emotions hit. But I held it all in eventually. Just then, Lee Yunting's phone suddenly rang. It was his mistress calling. Lee Yunting answered it directly without any scruple. "Honey, I hurt my hand." "It's bleeding so much? Can you come over and stay with me?" "I'm busy today. Go to the hospital by yourself." "Honey, please, I'm begging you. I'll really die if you don't come. I was wrong last night. Wait for me downstairs." "Lee Yunting, today is my dad's birthday. Don't go too far. I'll go check on her first, we still have time." I put up with his affairs before. At least he didn't flaunt them in front of me openly. Now he's not even willing to save a little face for me. Drop me off at the next intersection. I'll take a taxi home by myself. Lee Yunting pretended he didn't hear me. He stepped on the gas and drove straight to his mistress's apartment. When I saw the wound on his mistress's hand, which was almost already healed, I almost laughed out of anger. No exaggeration at all. The little cuts I get trimming my nails at home are way worse than this tiny wound of hers. But Lee Yunting still left me alone in the car and went to the pharmacy with her to buy Band-Aids. I watched him patiently bandage his mistress's hand and act all lovey-dovey right in front of me, his legal wife. Lee Yunting truly doesn't care about me at all. "Are you done? Oh, sorry. Sister Shen, for wasting your time. Mr. Lee was worried about me, so he came over as soon as he heard I was hurt. Don't be mad at him, okay?" Obviously, she had no idea that I heard their whole phone call earlier. "You know, I interned at Mr. Lee's company before, so I heard about you from my colleagues. This girl looked really young. Probably just graduated from college not long ago. The tricks she used were so childish and ridiculous. Compared to the previous women Lee Yunting had, she was not even worth mentioning." "Oh, it's fine." I gave her a kind reminder. If he was really worried about you, he wouldn't have brought me along with him today, bringing your wife to meet your mistress. Only Lee Yunting would do something that crazy. When we got back in the car, I asked Lee Yunting, "This girl is nice, young and fresh. Why are you breaking up with her?" "She's too clingy. Besides, she won't take my money. A young girl in the prime of her youth, staying with a married man. If she doesn't want money, she must want love. Lee Yunting is very rich. He's never stingy with those women he sees outside. When they are together, he gives them a house if they want one, a car if they want a car. The only thing he never gives is love. It's not just the case for those women. It's the same for me too. So he deliberately brought me there just now to use me to break up with her, right? When are you gonna introduce your mistress to me? You don't have to hide it from me. I've known you have someone else outside for ages. Bring her out for tea sometime when you're free. You know I won't mind at all. He really doesn't care if I have someone else outside too. But I don't dare let him find out. Because the guy I'm seeing outside is his best friend. Lee Yunting and I went from high school sweethearts to a married couple. Our families are of equal social status, and are close friends for generations. We used to be the loving couple that everyone envied, until the woman he was keeping outside came to our door. That's when I found out he was cheating on me. I felt like the sky was falling on me that moment. I threw a fit at him, forcing him to cut off all ties with that woman. Lee Yunting actually did cut ties with her completely. He even drove her out of Hucheng. But only a few days later, he found another new woman outside. I kept throwing fits, Li Yunting sent them away one by one, then found new ones one after another. Shenyan, we've been together for 8 years. We know each other way too well. Even after I touch you, I know exactly how you'll react. And how big your business is. I know all of it like the back of my hand. This kind of life is so boring. How about we try something new? Live more freely. As long as we don't get divorced. Neither of us interferes with each other's business. I rejected his proposal. Li Yunting didn't say much about it. He was still the same as before, except he stopped hiding things from me. He even did that when I was not home, bringing those women to our house. Get out right now. Shenyan, look at you. No man would ever like you like this. After he left with that woman, I realized my cat I'd raised for years was missing. When that woman came home with Li Yunting, my little cat scratched her. So he threw my cat off the building. When I found it downstairs, the kitten was lying in a pool of blood. Its body was already stiff. Li Yunting, that's the cat we raised together? That woman threw it off the building. Do you even have a heart? I'll get you another one as compensation. That night, he actually got me an identical cat to replace it. But I didn't take it. Also that same night, I ran into Li Yunting's best friend at a bar, Jianlin. Jianlin is nothing like Li Yunting. He's low-key and reserved. He's known as an unattainable cold beauty in our circle, driven by the urge for revenge. After I watched Jianlin turn down 13 people hitting on him, I downed my entire glass of wine in one go and worked up the courage to walk up to him. Jianlin, what a nice surprise. I don't remember what happened that night. All I know is that the next day I woke up at Jianlin's villa. How did I get here? You clung to me last night. Then what? Did you get what you wanted? What do you mean, got what I wanted? Exactly what you're thinking. Don't know if it's to your taste. Just make do with it. What are you gonna do from now on? What do you mean? Aren't you gonna take responsibility for what happened last night? Jianlin, you know I'm married. Why did you make a move on me last night? Divorce Li Yunting. I don't do the other woman thing. I can't get divorced right now. Fine, be my boyfriend then. A husband is just a husband. A boyfriend is just a boyfriend. They're two separate things. Okay? Jianlin let out a mocking laugh. He opened the door and told me to leave. I thought that was the end between us. But one night, 2 months later, I suddenly got a call from an unknown number. Jianlin was probably drunk. His voice was deep and hoarse. Shenyan, why won't you divorce him? Because this isn't just a marriage between him and me. It also involves the Li family and the Shen family. Then what about me? You were the one who made a move on me first. Aren't you supposed to take responsibility for me? If you accept my offer, I will take responsibility for you. There was a long silence on the other end of the line. I didn't hang up the phone. I just waited for his answer. Fine, I accept. After that, we traveled abroad together. Went to Lin Group, held hands and watched movies just like regular couples. Jianlin was very obedient. He was almost always available whenever I called. And he never brought up the divorce topic again. Until I got into a car accident on a business trip. In my phone's contact list, I have everyone saved under their real name. Only Jianlin is saved with the note boyfriend. Once when he was playing with my phone, he secretly changed the note for himself. So after the car accident, the police contacted Jianlin directly based on that note. The hospital needed a family member's signature. I was half conscious and told him to call Li Yunting. My parents are old. I didn't want them to come over late at night. But when I woke up, the first person I saw in the ward was actually my mom. My mom asked me a few worried questions. After she left, I asked Jianlin, why did my mom come? I called Li Yunting many times, but he didn't answer any of them. I had no choice, so I called your mom. I should have known that. Li Yunting is sick of me. He would never pick up my calls. I made way too much of a fuss when he cheated on me before, so over the past few years, he barely ever answers my calls. Shenyan. Divorce Li Yunting. Jianli is different from the other women Li Yunting keeps outside. She's usually very well behaved and never causes me trouble. She barely ever brings up divorce anymore. Why are you bringing this up out of the blue? That's when Ji Yanli lifted her head to look at me. I noticed her face was pale, with dark bruises under her eyes, and her eyes were all red. She must have stayed up with me all last night. I don't want to be your shady little mistress anymore. I want to stand by your side openly and fairly. I'm scared if something like this happens again. I won't even be qualified to sign as your family member, and I'll just be stuck worrying helplessly, calling your husband over and over again. But Shen Nian, we're not friends at all, and I don't want to be friends with you either. This man who's so decisive and ruthless in business was standing in front of me sobbing uncontrollably right now. This time, the words to reject him just wouldn't come out of my mouth. But I also know perfectly well that between Li Yunting and me, getting a divorce won't be that easy. Think this through, Shen Nian. Either you break up with me, or you divorce Li Yunting. Before you make your decision, I won't bother you again. That same day, Ji Yanlin sorted out all my hospital arrangements. He found me a caregiver, arranged my daily meals, even the books I'd read when I'm bored. He placed by my bed for me. But after that day, he really never showed up in front of me again. After taking the birthday gift and getting home with Li Yunting, my mom was surprisingly busy cooking in the kitchen. She barely ever cooks on normal days. She only cooks when it's my dad's birthday. Li Yunting was chatting with my dad in the tea room. I was helping my mom in the kitchen. During dinner, they suddenly started talking about the things Li Yunting and I did back in school. You two were dating in secret back then. Both our parents already knew about it. But you two just refused to admit it no matter what. Thinking back to those days, I couldn't help but sigh. I suddenly felt how ridiculous life is. When I dated back in school, I hid it from everyone and didn't dare tell my parents. Now that I'm dating again, I don't dare tell my own husband. People really do spend their whole lives having regrets. As I was lost in thought, I even wanted to laugh at myself. What are you thinking about? You were giggling to yourself at the dinner table just now. Nothing much. Mom, if I divorce Li Yunting, will you and Dad be against it? Your marriage with Yunting is having problems. Your dad and I have actually noticed that for a long time. You never mentioned divorce before, so we didn't feel right saying much about it. Your dad and I only have you as our daughter. No matter what you want to do, as long as you've thought it through, we'll support you no matter what. Don't make yourself miserable. My eyes suddenly started stinging. If I divorce him, the assets of our two families will have to be split, and Dad's company might take a loss then. It's okay, that's your dad's problem to worry about. You're his daughter. He's willing to handle the aftermath for you. Do whatever you want, Nian Nian. Even though she said that, I still couldn't make up my mind. Li Yunting and I left my parents' house that night. Right after we pulled out of my parents' community, someone suddenly ran out in front of the car. Luckily, Li Yunting hit the brakes in time. I was still in shock when I looked up and found the person stopping the car was that young girl from earlier that day. Shen Nian, either you divorce him, or we break up. Are you threatening me? I'm not threatening you. Looking at the girl's red, teary eyes, I suddenly thought of Ji Yanlin. The day I called him, I said the exact same thing. Either get a divorce, or we break up. He said, I just treat him like a dog I can call whenever I want, and send away whenever I feel like it. Li Yunting is not like me. He always handles things neat and tidy. You want to break up? Fine. I'll have my assistant transfer the breakup fee to your card. No, I don't want to break up. Yunting, I really love you. I don't want money. I only want you. If I have no money, will you still want me? You broke up with your ex just because he was poor, right? Take the money and get lost. Don't bother me ever again. Bro, I'm sorry. I won't force you to get a divorce anymore. Please don't kick me out, I beg you. I'm Li Yunting's wife. Normally, I should be happy that he dumped his mistress. But right at this moment, my heart feels completely frozen. That's just who Li Yunting is. When he's being nice to you, he can say all kinds of sweet nothings. Just like when he was chasing me back then. He could spout all kinds of vows easily. I once dreamed of spending my whole life happily with him, but love doesn't exist for Lee Yunting at all. Today he says he loves you. Tomorrow he'll say the same thing to someone else. To put it bluntly, he's just selfish. He doesn't love anyone. Spending my whole life with someone like this makes me feel miserable just thinking about it. Lee Yunting, let's get a divorce. What are you throwing a fit about now? I'm not throwing a fit, I'm serious. You have to give me a reason at least. Is it because of that woman just now? Not really. It's mainly because the person I'm seeing outside is also pushing me to get a divorce. He says he wants to make our relationship official, or he'll break up with me. Then just break up with him. Find another one. I can even find one for you if you want. Lee Yunting, I'm not like you. I really like him. I don't want to break up, so let's get divorced. Shen Nian, stop being so childish. People you see outside are just for fun, nothing more. Lee Yunting lit a cigarette. I hate the smell of smoke. He knows that, but he never cares about how I feel. Do you know how many interests are involved if we get divorced? Both the Lee and Shen families' companies will be shaken up. At the very least, we'll lose hundreds of millions. Shen Nian, if he picks a fight with you, just pay him off, okay? If you don't know how to handle this kind of thing, I don't mind handling it for you. No need, he doesn't care about money. Besides, I don't want to let him go. You actually have feelings for him? Yeah, splitting our property will be really troublesome, but we have to go through this eventually. If you're busy, I'll contact a lawyer to handle it. Draw up the documents. You can read them first and give your feedback. How does that sound? Who is that person you're seeing outside? That's none of your business. You were the one who said we can both see other people and not interfere with each other. I'll take a taxi home by myself. I'll contact you once the documents are ready. I just got out of the car. Ji Yanli ran up to me in a hurry. Is what you said in the text just now true? Yeah, right at this moment, Lee Yunting angrily blocked our way. Don't tell me the person you're seeing is my bro. Does it matter who he is? Of course it matters. I never hit on your best friend, okay? Lee Yunting, you didn't hit on my best friend. Not because you're a decent person. It's because my best friend doesn't even like you. Get out of the way, I fucking treated you as my best bro. And you dared to hook up with my wife behind my back? If it wasn't for your wife, do you think you'd ever get to know me? Do you think you'd get business deals from me? If it wasn't for Shen Nian, do you think I'd ever want to be your bro? Not only Ling Yunqing went silent after hearing this, I went silent too. Ji Yanli's defense came so suddenly, and so intense. What do you mean by that? Just what it sounds like. I mean, we knew each other before. We were classmates for 3 years in middle school. I also studied at the affiliated high school. I thought hard about it after the wedding, but in my memories of school days, Ji Yanli never appeared. Shen Nian, when will you get divorced? Tomorrow I'll ask my lawyer to handle the property issue. Then I'll talk to Lee Yunting about it. Are you sure about this? Yeah, what if Lee Yunting doesn't agree to the divorce? He will agree. Shen Nian, my upbringing doesn't allow me to get involved in someone else's marriage. After I returned to China, I heard you got married. Actually, I didn't plan to disturb you at first. But later I saw your husband cheating on you with my own eyes. I saw you crying alone. My heart broke into pieces at that moment. I hate how Lee Yunting behaves. When a friend introduced him to me, I wanted to turn him down at first. But when I thought that he's your husband, I somehow agreed to cooperate with him. Later I saw you getting drunk alone at the bar. I tried to go up and talk to you so many times. Tell you to divorce him. Stop hurting yourself, okay? But who am I to do that anyway? We're not even friends. In your eyes, I'm probably just your husband's business partner. Nothing more. I never thought you'd take the initiative to come find me. You have no idea how happy I was in that moment. Actually, nothing happened between us that night. I lied to you. I was just scared that after you left, We'd go back to being total strangers with no connection. You said you didn't want a divorce and asked me to be your boyfriend. After you left that day, I cried alone for a really long time. I felt like you were humiliating me. After I stopped crying, I told myself, since you don't want to get divorced, then we should cut off all contact for good. But when I'm drunk, all I can think about is you. I slapped myself across the face, told myself to stop thinking about you, but I can't help it. In the end, I still called you, said I was okay with being the other woman. I stood rooted to the spot, let Ji Yanli hold me, listened to her choke up as she poured her heart out. My chest suddenly felt tight and uncomfortable, and throbbed with sharp little pains. Shen Nian, I threw all social norms and ethics out the window. I lost all my self-respect. I have nothing left. I only have you. Ji Yanli started crying again. Shen Nian, don't lie to me. Don't bully me. For the next few days, Li Yunting came to find me a few times on his own. I knew why he was coming, so I turned him down every time. Until the lawyer got all the documents sorted out, I went to his company in person with the documents to find him. Who do you think you are? Can't you see the sign outside that says President's Office in big letters? Do you think this is a wet market? That you can just walk in as you please? Oh, so she's Li Yunting's new little assistant. No wonder he was in a hurry to dump that other girl. Looks like he's got a new lover already. Oh, sorry about that. She's new here. She doesn't know who you are. Who is she anyway? Why are we letting her walk straight into President Li's office? What are you scared of? Everyone knows President Li and his wife have a bad marriage. Like President Li would ever blame me for her? I smiled a little. I thought to myself, I'm getting divorced from Li Yunting anyway. No point in arguing with her over this. I tried to reach you so many times these days. You said you were busy every time. What brings you here today when you have time? His tone was warm and friendly, like we were really just a normal married couple. Sign this. President Li, your coffee. You used to love this brand. Try it, see if it tastes the same as before. President Li, I made this especially for you. No need, I only have a few things to say. I'll leave once I'm done. Could you please leave now? I have something private to discuss with President Li. The little assistant is young and pretty. No situational awareness, no emotional intelligence. For her to get the president's assistant job, you don't have to think hard to figure out how she got it. I told you to get out. Did you not hear me? She's not usually like this. She's pretty capable. That's why I kept her on my team. No idea what's wrong with her today. She probably sees me as her imaginary rival. If you don't like her, I'll ask HR to take care of her later. No need, whether I like her or not doesn't matter. We're getting divorced anyway. This is the property division agreement. If you have any issues with it, let me know. All the properties you bought after marriage are yours. The small villas your parents gave me, I've already had the ownership transferred. They're all yours too. Do we really have to get divorced? Yes, but I don't want a divorce. Shen Nian, we don't have to do this. Why not? Li Yunting, I've put up with you for years. The thing I regret most is not getting divorced. The moment I found out you were cheating, right away, Li Yunting probably thought I was just throwing a tantrum like I used to, waiting for him to compromise. So he asked if I was mad about that little assistant earlier. I'll get HR to fire her right now. Right after he said that, he picked up the internal line, told HR to fire her. When the little assistant saw I was still staring at him without saying anything, Li Yunting asked again if it was about that other girl from before. I already cut all ties with her completely. You don't have to throw a fit over her. It's not about anyone else. I just really don't want to keep tangled up with you anymore. That's all. Shen Nian, that's bullshit. It's not because of anyone else. It's all because of that bastard Ji Yeli, right? That you want a divorce from me? Shen Nian, you're in love with him, aren't you? How could you fall for him? Who gave you permission to love him? Don't act crazy around me. If you don't want to sign the papers, then we'll go through legal proceedings. I didn't see the driver when we came out, so I gave him a call. He said his wife is about to give birth. and kept apologizing to me. It's fine, take care. Stay with your wife tonight. I'll just take a taxi home by myself. Right after I hung up, Jianli's car pulled up right in front of me. It's crab season right now. So Jianli took me to a restaurant. We ordered a plate of steamed crabs. Jianli has really nice hands. His movements when peeling crab meat are super smooth. Really pleasing to watch. I couldn't help staring a little longer. Eat up, thanks. I can actually do this myself. Jianli kept staring at me while we ate. It was a little too much for me. I had to come up with something to talk about. You said you went to the affiliated high school before, right? How come I don't remember you? It's not just me who doesn't remember. After I got home that day, I asked several of my classmates, and none of them had any memory of you either. I only attended the affiliated high school for 10th grade. Then my family sent me abroad. No wonder. He drove me home after dinner. Want to come in for a bit? I asked him, and Ji Yanli smiled softly. Do you know what that means to a man and woman? Who are both adults? Wait till you get divorced. I'd even move in here if you ask me to. But not right now. Shenyan. Why are you two together? This property I'm living in, Li Yunting has never been here before. I couldn't figure out why he suddenly showed up today. Do you know what day it is today? Shenyan. It's our fucking wedding anniversary today. I waited outside your door the entire day. And you ended up going out with another man? I've been married to Li Yunting for so many years. He never cared about our wedding anniversary before. Looking at him throwing a tantrum in front of me now, I suddenly realized how ugly I looked when I made a fuss with him before. Good thing I don't care about him anymore now. Are you done talking? If you are, please leave. You explain this to me properly? Mr. Lee, talk if you want to talk. Don't touch me. This is my wife. It's none of your business. Jianli leaned against him, with a calm look on his face. It's okay, she won't be your wife soon. Are you even human? I stopped Li Yunting when he was about to throw a punch. Have you had enough of this? Li Yunting, if you don't want to spend the night in the police station tonight, then leave right now. Our families have been friends for generations. No one will look good if this blows up. In the end, I just called security to drag him out. I turned to look at Jianli. His eyes were downcast. He looked really sad, like a helpless little puppy who's been terribly wronged. He had completely lost the fearlessness and calm he had when facing Li Yunting just now. What's up? He just called you his wife. That one sentence completely broke me. When can I be like him and confidently tell all the men who have eyes on you that you are my wife? Soon, Li Yunting refuses to sign the divorce agreement. So I picked a time on the weekend to visit his parents. Dad, Mom, he's been seeing someone else outside. You already know about this, right? If he keeps refusing to agree to the divorce, I'll have no choice but to take legal action. And no one will come out looking good when that happens. That's why I came to ask you to talk some sense into him. Right after I finished talking, Li Yunting suddenly rushed downstairs. He tore up all the documents I brought with me. I told you I won't get a divorce. Shenyan, you want to divorce me? And run off with Jiyan, huh? Over my dead body, Shenyan. Are you getting back at me? You win, okay? I lost. Shenyan, he was really emotionally unstable. He rushed over and grabbed my wrist. I love you, I can't live without you. Cut ties with Ji Yanli. I'll be faithful to you for the rest of my life. Okay? No way. Uncle, Auntie, please do talk some sense into him. If that doesn't work, I'll submit all the documents to the court next Monday. Li Yunting was the one who wronged you first. Don't worry, I'll make sure she signs the papers. Shenyan, I'm wrong, okay? I know I messed up. Can you please give me another chance? I've given you plenty of chances before. Li Yunting, remember that time you hooked up with someone in a hotel? She sent me the photos of you two. I went to find you, and you pushed me to the ground, remember? I had just found out I was pregnant back then. I wanted to tell you, But before I got the chance to, I lost the baby. After I fell, I told you I was in so much pain and begged you not to leave. But you didn't even look back that day. Lee Yunting's pupils shrank sharply in shock. I'm sorry, I had no idea. He didn't try to stop me after that. When I got to the door, Lee Yunting's mom slapped him hard across the face. Lee Yunting, are you even human? How could I have raised such a monster? You're exactly like your dad when he was young. His parents have always been dying to have a grandchild. Too bad the baby was killed by Lee Yunting with her own hands. When I walked out of the residential compound, I ran into a high school classmate I used to be really close with. Shenyan, what a coincidence. A few days ago, I heard from old classmates that you've been asking about Ji Yanli. Yeah, I heard he used to go to the attached high school too, but I don't really have any impression of him. So I asked a few old classmates about him. Don't you remember when we were in 10th grade? He sat right behind you. He was just really chubby back then. And then he suddenly went abroad later. Shenyan, you really don't remember any of that? Hearing him say that, a blurry figure did pop up in my memory. A chubby little boy. Every time I turned around to talk to him, his face would turn as red as an apple. But he's doing really well for himself now. He's grown taller and got really handsome. He even started his own company. Shenyan, do you want his contact info? He actually has business cooperation with my husband. I can ask my husband to help you get it. No thanks, I'm good. Hey Shenyan, there's another thing I'm not sure if I should tell you. Jin Yanli and I used to be neighbors. He wrote you a love letter before he went abroad and asked me to give it to you. But I accidentally lost it. Then I saw you started dating Lee Yunting, so I didn't dare to mention it ever since. I'm really sorry about that. It's okay, it's all in the past. The day I got my divorce certificate, Ji Yanli acted like she didn't care at all. But the smile on her face never faded the whole day. Ji Yanli put the divorce certificate into her own pocket. I tried to take it back from her, but she took the chance to pull me into her arms. So nice. What's nice? The weather is nice. The wind is nice, and you're nice too.